Hello everyone and welcome to Craze, Rocketcraft's very own decked out inspired game which involves dungeon exploration, treasure hunting and deck building, played over multiple weeks to determine the champion. Decked Out 2 was originally created by TangoTek in Season 9 of Hermitcraft, and our game, made for Bedrock, features many familiar aspects such as player detectors, a clank system, hazard, and a myriad hidden compass drop-off locations per level, not to mention the iconic Ravagers roaming the various levels looking for their next meal. This video serves as a little introduction and instruction for all the players that want to participate in this game, and it will guide you through the processes involved in getting set up and how to play. So, let's get into it. First things first, every player that wants to take part in Craze will be provided with a starter deck. This will provide them with a couple of basic artifacts. Your decks are built with artifacts in our version, not cards, and each week every player that is taking part will receive 10 keys that will grant them access into the dungeon. We may have a catch-up system for those lagging behind each week on the scores. You might get 1 or 2 extra keys, but the people out in the lead, they won't be getting any extra help. They will be getting just their basic 10 keys. And if you miss a week for whatever reason, because you're unavailable, then don't worry, you will be still given your next 10 keys, and you can just catch up when you are back and ready to play the game. This status indicator here will display the current status of the dungeon. If someone is running it currently, it will be lit up as in use, but otherwise it will be lit on the top ones here, which means it's available. So if you've got some keys handy and you'd like to give it a go, then you can come along and have a go now. The bottom lights mean that it is in its reset process, which takes 5 minutes. So here's the barrel, and if you've got some spare keys and you'd like to do a run and the game is available, then locate this barrel here in front of the front door of the game and place 1 key inside the barrel, and that will open up the door in front of you, granting you access to start the game itself. Make sure you only put 1 key in at a time. But as you can see here, the indicator lights have turned to in use, which means nobody else is able to run the dungeon as long as you're in there and still alive. So here is the part where you set your spawn and you remove all of your armor and all of your items and deposit them in these chests here, and don't worry, you will get them back when you're finished running the game. Next, hit this button here, and you've got to be quick and make it through the door into the next room, which is where you get to select your difficulty. And there are 5 different difficulties in Craze. I recommend starting on easy, because you will not have the deck strong enough to be able to carry you through the more difficult and challenging parts of the dungeon. So even if the lamp is already lit, you will still need to press the button to receive a compass when you start the game. If you don't press a button, you will not receive a compass, and it will have been a wasted run. Once you've selected your difficulty and pressed the button, then you need to plug your shulker deck into the system, and you do that by placing it against the redstone lamp here, and it will get broken and sent off into the card processing system. Once you've done that, a minecart will appear, you hop in and you hit this button here, and it will whisk you off on a short journey into the dungeon. Once in the dungeon, you will receive your compass, and then it's up to you to navigate your way around, trying to be as careful as possible to avoid the Ravagers, but also trying not to set off any player detectors, because if you rack up too much clank, then the consequences will be dire, and you will not want to hang around to deal with that. Food in Craze is handled a little bit differently to how it was in Decked Out. Instead of boring, predictable sweet berries placed in the same place every time, we have a random food dispensing system, so you're never going to know where your next meal is going to come from. Using your compass, navigate your way around the level until you find the position where it's led you to, and then throw the compass on the ground, and it will reward you with a crystal. Each crystal has a value associated with it, which will be displayed on the crystal. This one here, this red one, is worth 20 coins, I believe. So once you've got your crystal, you then need to escape, and that can be sometimes easier said than done, because some hazard doors might have closed around you, preventing you from getting out the way you wanted to come out, and making it a bit harder. Find the exit and go up the water stream, and once you've got to the top here, don't worry, you are safe. There are no more monsters waiting to eat you up here. So take your crystal and throw it in the hole, and then just wait patiently, because it needs to process the crystal and determine how many coins it's going to reward you with, because our version uses crystal coins as the currency, and you will find them throughout the levels, popping up here, there and everywhere from treasure dispensers, and you might get lucky and find some keys, but crystal coins are your ultimate goal, and the crystal itself, because that is worth a lot more coins in the end game shop. And don't forget to pick up your fake crystal as well for your collection. See if you can collect all 22 of them as you do various runs around the game. The in-game shop is next, and it will present you with multiple choices to spend your hard-won crystal coins on. And some of these are common artifacts, which are green. Some of them are single use, which are yellow. Others are rare, which are red. And then you've got the super rare ones on the other side, which are blue. And some of these you can, well, they're random. Every time you come into the game, and you complete it, and the in-game shop will present you with a random assortment of artifacts. They'll never be the same ones on display each time. So once you've chosen what you would like to buy, then you put your coins into the shulker box below. The upgrade orb is a unique thing that you might find as you explore the dungeon, but you can also have the option of buying one in the end game shop if you've earned enough coins. Then you've got the dungeon bribe, which is a single use item which provides like 2 clank block, 2 hazard block, and some extra treasure. And then you've got some common relics here which will just provide you with some basic buffs, but the upgrade orbs can be used to boost the power of these basic relics to like double the effect of their duration, and they will become even more powerful. Don't forget, you are limited to just 40 relics per shulker deck, so any more and they won't get played. And it's up to you whether you want to spend your coins or do you want to save them. That is the dilemma that you face, because the coins themselves are how we are going to determine the ultimate champion from Crystal Craze. So all of the coins that you save from your runs that you don't spend in the endgame shop, you can take out of here and then put towards your prize total. And each week we will work out who has put forward the most crystal coins towards their prize total, and then they will win that weekly phase and win an upgrade orb. And once you've finished, you exit the shop and you come back to where you started. This barrel here is where your deck will be returned to, plus any items that you purchased from the shop. You can only purchase one of each artifact per run. Once you've bought one, it will disappear and be locked out, and then you can't buy any more of them. So it's one per run, and then you've got your shulker deck back, and then you can hit the button over next to the door and make your exit. But don't forget to take all of your items back with you when you leave the dungeon, because, well, yeah, otherwise they're going to get fed to the Ravagers, aren't they? If you are unfortunate enough to meet an untimely demise in the dungeon, then you need to press this button here. You will respawn back in this room, but you need to press this button to initiate the reset of the dungeon, and it will eventually return your shulker deck, but it might take up to a minute. Once you're done there, press the button and then make a hasty exit out of the door here. So, any coins that you did leave the dungeon with are yours to keep. You can either put them forward towards your prize total, or you can spend them in the lobby shop here on some single-use items, which may provide you some help and assistance on future runs. But be aware they are single-use only, hence why they are relatively cheap. Every player will get their own locker in the locker area here. You can personalize it as you see fit, decorate it. You can have little displays of your achievements in here if you've won a phase. There's a chest in there as well to store any items or your crystal collection. Like I say, try and see if you can collect all 22 of them, and there will be a bonus if you can collect all of them. And there's a barrel located buried in the wall there as well for you to deposit any crystal coins that you would like to put forward towards your weekly total to be determined the weekly champion. So we've got a bunch of players that are looking forward to taking part in Crystal Craze. I'm excited. It's been a very long process getting this game set up. There was a lot involved, but I'm really looking forward to playing it and seeing how everybody gets on with it. And yeah, it's just going to be amazing. So I hope you are all going to also tune in and watch some of our players taking part in this, and we will see after many weeks who will be crowned the Crystal Craze champion of Rocketcraft Season 3.